Okay, so this question is going to be problem 5 of the higher level, and it is page 53 of our graphics and design and communication book. All right, so make sure you're reading the red question box, and these are our measurements here. So we have two spheres. Okay, so draw the elevation of two spheres and show the projections of the smaller sphere, which rests on the horizontal plane and touches both A and B. Grand. Okay, so we have another sphere that's touching off A and B, and it sits on the XY line. All right, so we have given our 30-degree line kicking off here, which has the two center points on it. We have our diameters. We have all our locations. So first things first is we create our plan and we pop it into elevation, and we'll go from there. Okay. So in our XY line, we're going to go 30 degrees. So it tells us 30 degrees from the XY line. So I'm going to go this way. And we're going to go from there. All right, so along this line, all our measurements are popping out there. So the first one's 42 to get the edge of the circle. Then we got 46. So while we're doing that, we'll pop in our radiuses. And we have 27. And we have 65, which I am assuming is a mistake, as you're not going to be asked to get to 32 and a half. So we're going to make that 66. All right, I'm going to make that 66. So our radius is 33. All right. So compass then. Pop in our. So we'll throw in our two circles. That's A. This is B. All right. So A, B. Now, we can transfer them very handy up into elevation. All right, send it up into elevation. And we can just repeat our circles again. That's our height, so I'm just going to step it up. Okay, so there's that one, A. And we're going to get B. B. Now, A, B. All right. So what they're telling us is we have two spheres as shown, and there's a smaller one which rests in the horizontal plane and touches both A and B. So what we need basically is we need to get a view. So basically we need to look in here. We want to get an edge view of our three spheres in contact. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to look in directly at it. So this gives us its proper location, and we're going to look in here. And that's where our sphere is going to be, because it's going to be touching, it's going to be in line here somewhere, all right? So we're going to basically create an auxiliary. Now, I probably haven't left myself a whole lot of room down here, but look, we'll get in what we can, okay? If there's a little piece missing off it, I'm not going to panic a whole lot. So we knew this was 30 degrees, all right? So we want to do our projection off that. So nice and handy, we can send it all at 60 degrees. Because 30 and 60 make 90. So there's my center point. Here's my center point of B. I'm going to pop in our XY, and I'm going to keep it very close. So this is my X1, Y1. That's an auxiliary. Alright. Top of my circle will be cut off here, but again, we don't need that. We're looking for the bottom of this, not the top of it. So this is an auxiliary AUX elevation, because this is the elevation and this is the plan. So if you project a view from the plan, it creates an elevation. All right, so here is my radiuses again. So we get in these two circles. There's that one. That is A. Now we're going to B. Yeah, so it just gets chopped off here in the back right corner, but again, I'm not actually worried because it's in here I'm focusing on. So it just ever so slightly just misses out, but that's okay. All right. So, excuse me. What we need is we need to find this sphere that's in here, that's nice and small. So we don't know the radius. All we know is it sits on the ground and it touches off both of these. So what we're going to do, from the ground, we're going to step up 5mm intervals. We're going to do that 5 times because we know it sits somewhere on the ground. So we're going to pop in 5mm apart, and we're going to do these between the two spheres here. All right. Again, we don't know exactly where that center point is going to land, so we're just giving ourselves enough by doing 5 of them. Now, if we wanted to find one sphere that touches off this one on the ground, we're going back to, so this is the locus method. So what you're going to do, we're going to add, again, you've done 5 here, we're going to add 5mm radiuses to the outside of this. 5 of them. We're using our compass from the center point of B, because this is B, and if you want to find the center of another circle and you have its radius, you just literally swing from the previous. So here we have B. Now, I'm not doing big arcs. There's that one. I'm going to do a small arc. There's 1 with 1, 2 with 2, 3 with 3, 4 with 4, and I can already see that's probably too much having 5 in them, but that's fine. 5 with 5. So kicking through here, and remember you're going in there, you're heading in towards the end like you were doing an ellipse. You're going to just go in and hug in there to the line. Alright, so that's one locus for part B, for point belong to circle B. Now we're going to repeat the process for A. So I'm going to add out my 5mm radiuses. 4, 5. Alright, so A now is my center point. There it is there. So first one with the first one. Second with the second. Third with the third. Fourth with the fourth. And finally, fifth with the fifth. There we have them now. Heading out from here, and we're going to catch through all of these. So there's that crossover of our two locus. Swooping in here. So there's our X. Therefore, that is our center point. So there's our center point, which creates a circle, hitting all around. Here is our circle, and we will call that sphere C. While we're here, we'll get our points of contact. So you join two circles together. We'll just call that 1, and we'll do C to B. We'll call that 2. So when you join two centers of two circles, that gives your point of contact. So here we have it now. We're going to go back now at 60 degrees from the center point C. Send that back up here. While you're at it, we're going to send on our 2 points of contact. So that's that one, number 2. That one literally just catches there at number 1. We have the radius from our previous. Oh, it moved slightly on me. There it is there. put it in here. Here's our center point. Swing the circle now. I should have done that dot when I kicked in there, but I can use a rubber. And that'll finish off that one for me. There's that. So just hit that in 2 or 3 little places there to make it look like it's dotted. Alright. Now, there's my C. And finally, we're going to send this, all of them, points of contact, everything up into elevation. We have our radius. There it is there. Up off the ground. Sorry, we're looking in this, so that is actually solid. And it is kind of B. Alright, so again, catch that rubber really quick. Just hit the few little dots there in a few little areas for A. There we have sphere B. To get our points of contact, join the 2 centers. Where they cross over, that's number 1. Join the centers of B to C where they cross over. There we have number 2. Alright, so that is page 53, problem 5. Alright, and this is the method we're really looking for, that locus method. Okay.